Ripples on Deep Water by Orphaned Account on AO3. Episode 19, Chapter 19. Haunting. Shouta was concerned. He may not have been very close to the area, but he knew what a scar looked like. He'd seen a few. Hell, he even gotten a few in his lifetime. And he really didn't like the shape of it either. But he'd have to get a closer look before he did something. Shouta had always never seen this amount of concerned, passive-aggressive energy sent at the number one hero. But here they were. Shinsou, Hatsume, and Midoriya were all giving him death glares as he awkwardly gave out medals. After the awards, of course, he went to seek the three out and found Shinsou and the rest of 1F in a blur-out husk of support classroom. But no Midoriya. He stood in the back, content to just listen and wait for whatever this was to be over. Likelihood that he is going to be transferred into 1A is 75. Since there is an open seat, Shinsou's likelihood of being offered a transfer is 85, and there is a 50% chance that will be in the same homeroom, with 10% of both of them being in 1A and 5% of 1B. Ryuki continued to rattle off statistic, becoming even more astronomically small before she relined a bit, letting her twin support her. Which brings us to our major problem, Bakugou. Shinsou stood in front of the classroom with a pristine whiteboard that must have been put there by them. Hatsume was drawing out a rough sketch of something. Why was Bakugou a major problem to them? A grudge? Shota's mind flashed back to that scar, but he shook that thought away. Assault would almost certainly be on the boy's record. With a 75% chance of Izuku being in 1A and only a 10% chance of me being with him, we need a plan for worst case scenario. Izuku being stuck in an unfamiliar class with that bastard. A girl to the side, Uraraka, he realized with a jolt, raises her hand. I still don't get why you brought me in on this, but I can help. I hope you like being the linchpin then. Shinsou told her, with a glance her way. Most of this hinges on you not getting expelled and being able to defuse situations quickly while also keeping an eye on Izuku. Can do. Cloyne speaks up. She can't follow Izuku into the changing rooms, and that is a good place for an ambush. Ambush? Yeah. Oh. And there is someone earwinging us? Hi, Aizawa-sensei! The gathered students chorused after a beat of silence. He looked back, and the Irish girl snorted. Don't just sit there gawking at us. Spit it out. Shouta sighed, veering closer. Came to find Shinsou and Midoriya. Majame pointed me here. Majame-sensei is a snitch, Hatsume decided, not pausing in her work on the whiteboard. Welcome to the Izuku Protection Squad, where we plan to throw hands with Baku Bastard if he so much as clicks his tongue at Izuku's direction. Shouta inclined his head a bit. Why? A tense silence. Then, only if you promise to work with us on this. Shinsou nodded, his indigo eyes steady. Hatsume knows Izuku best, and if we don't handle this discreetly, it could blow up on our faces. Shouta sighed again. This was going to become a real headache. But he was going to get to the bottom of whatever was going on with Midoriya, even if it meant making a blood pact with his fan club. Okay. Hatsume finally turned from the whiteboard, waving the marker in thought. Everyone took a seat, and Riki Arya pulled a box of tissues from under a wooden board and started to pass them out to the others. Even Shinsou, who looked at it distastefully. The door opened, and Midoriya walked in with tired eyes. and a disaster of a hairstyle. Hitoshin, he bitched. I can't get the fucking tangles out of my hair. Hi, Aizawa-sensei. Shinso sighed, making the boy sit down next to where he was sitting, and pulled a brush from his bag before going on to working on Midoriya's hair. Were you guys getting Aizawa-sensei to join? Yeah. You okay with it? Shinso asked. I guess there are worse people. Midoriya reached into his pocket and fit 2 things into his ear. Hatsume inhaled and began, for the second time that day, Midoriya's tale. Shouta hates the system. He decides as he throws open the door to Nezu's office. Aizawa-kun. The rat for once looked surprised at his entry. Is something the matter? On the grounds of assault, illegal quirk usage on a minor, and peer abuse as well as suicide baiting, I want Bakugou Katsuki out of my classroom effective immediately. You know that one meme that, hi, how y'all doing? Hi. That awkward, yeah, that's how I feel right now. Hi, how we doing? How's it been? It's been literal months. Okay, I know I keep saying that I'm gonna get a better schedule. I'm not promising everyday uploads. I'm promising at least once a week. And that's better than anything else. I'm gonna try my darnest to upload on a regular schedule. Apologies if I don't, but I will try my hardest to do this, okay? I forgot most of what happened on Ripples on Deep Water till I got to this like halfway point, and I'm like, okay, no, I remember roughly what was happening. I'm remembering, and I will remember. I do love that Aizawa immediately took this seriously and immediately was like, hey, I want this kid out of my classroom. I'm not gonna blab that long. If my podficking is not up to par with my usual, it's because I'm still getting into the gist of it. So once I get into the hang of it, everything will be back to how it's supposed to be. I'm still getting the hang of the voices. I'm also getting back from, like, I was really, really sick and it fucked up my voice. I sounded like a smoker. Like a smoker who smoked their whole damn life. It's sounding like they're on the verge of death type shit. But, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm talking a lot better. I'm recording and I'm going to start to record, and I want to continuously record and set a schedule. So, bear with me while I get this handled. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what's happening with this. I want to know your guys' opinions on, you know, my uploading schedule, whether I should do like 1 week, one whole fan fiction, and then the next week another, or if you guys would like this like daily switching updates kind of thing, or 2. I'll see what you guys would prefer or want. Anyways, so as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.